Divorce happens. In fact, it happens to almost 50% of first marriages. So let's talk about it. Welcome to Divorce Happens, a podcast to educate, inspire, support, and yes, make you laugh through divorce and beyond so that you can start fresh on the next phase of your journey. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh.
You get divorced. You get divorced.
Getting divorced?
I'm getting a divorce.
You're getting a divorce.
Because she's getting a divorce.
So what if I get divorced?
Hey, it's Olivia. Welcome back to Divorce Happens. This week's letter is about a specific kind of hard that I don't think gets talked about nearly enough. So I want to sit with it fully. Let me read the letter to you. Hey, Olivia, my husband and I are separated, but we're cohabitating for the summer until he finds a new place. The last few days, he's been weirdly giggly, all light and bouncy, and I'm almost sure he's back on the dating apps. He sits on the couch making little faces at his phone, and a few times, he slipped out of the room to take a call. I know we're separated. I know this is allowed, but it feels so fucking strange. He's my husband, but he's also not. How am I supposed to process all of this when we're still under the same roof? Okay, first of all, I have been there, my love. I have been there. And I need you to hear this before anything else. There is nothing wrong with you. Not one thing. You are watching the person you built a life with light up for a stranger, while you're still washing his coffee mug in the same sink. Of course your whole body is bracing. I've sat in that exact feeling myself, the one where you logically signed up for this and your heart simply didn't get the memo. Both of those things get to be true at the same time. Let's actually name what's happening, because naming it takes away some of its power. You're going through a breakup with no exit door. Normally when something ends, you get some distance, different homes, space to not see the other person. You don't have that yet. You're grieving him in the same hallway where you can still hear him laugh. That's not coping. That's the hardest possible version of this particular experience, and you're standing right in the middle of it. Give yourself the same credit you'd immediately give a close friend in this exact situation. Here's the part nobody actually warns you about going into this. When you've loved someone for years, your nervous system learned them completely. Their moods, their footsteps, the specific sound of their phone buzzing on the counter. So when he gets giddy and sneaks off to take a call, your body reads it as a threat to something it's still wired to protect, even though your mind has already fully let go. That zing in your chest, that's not weakness, and it's not jealousy either. That's biology quietly catching up to a decision you already made with your conscious mind. So let's get you some actual relief here. Not just understanding of the mechanism, which is important too. You do not have to be a witness to his new chapter. You really don't. When the couch grinning starts, you're allowed to quietly exit the room, put your earbuds in, and head to your own space. Take the dog out, go hang out with the kids, literally run any errand you can possibly think of. This is not avoidance. I need you to know that. It's you refusing to keep poking at a bruise that's already tender. Pick your exit move now before you actually need it, so you're not stuck deciding in the moment when you're already activated and your thinking brain has gone offline. And you're allowed to ask him for a little decency here too. Cohabitating doesn't mean front row seats to each other's dating lives. It really just doesn't. Try something like, I'm glad you're doing okay, but while we're still sharing the space, I need the app stuff to stay out of the common areas. Take the calls in your room, okay? That's not controlling. That's a completely reasonable ask between two adults trying to end a marriage like grown-ups. You're allowed to want your own home to feel survivable while you're still living in it together. Now, the harder boundary, the one with yourself. If you catch yourself doing the loop, watching and decoding his face and imagining who's texting him, I don't want you to pile shame on top of the hurt you're already carrying. Just notice it plainly. Oh, I'm spiraling. Then give your hands and your brain something else to do entirely. Text a friend the dumbest meme you can find. Step outside and name 5 things you can see. Move your body physically across the room. You're not trying to never feel any of it. That's not the point. You're just choosing to not live there permanently. Build yourself a few anchors for this particular weird time. One person you can text the raw, unfiltered stuff to without needing to explain any of it first. One thing that's only yours, a walk, a show, a corner of the house he doesn't touch. One small rule like, I don't check what he's doing after 9 p.m. These sound tiny when I list them out loud. They're genuinely not tiny. When everything feels blurry, the smallest predictable things are what your nervous system grabs onto to feel safe again. I promise you, they add up over time. And please let yourself feel all of it without ranking it. You can be relieved and gutted both at once. You can want him to be happy and not want to watch it happen over cereal bowls every morning. You can be proud of how far you've come and still cry in your car in the parking lot. None of that is contradiction. That's just what grief looks like when it's being fully honest with itself. This isn't you doing it wrong. This is you doing something brutally hard with your heart still fully open. That's not weakness, babe. That's genuinely the whole thing. You were never meant to white knuckle this alone. A therapist or a divorce coach can help you carry the feelings so they're not all living in your chest at once. And a mediator can, of course, help move the actual logistics forward too, like him finding that new place maybe sooner rather than later. If you want company while you sort through all of this, we're right here, always. Free consults with me, the Vetted Expert Network, and free guides whenever you need them. Okay, that's it from me today. Just remember, you are so much further along than you think, and I'm so proud of you. I'll see you next time. Divorce Happens is produced by Fresh Starts Registry, the only divorce registry platform for everything you need to begin again, including home items, hype team, and everything in between. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh. We're here to support you before, during, and after divorce. Head to freshstartsregistry.com for more info.